In example 3, we're solving a real-world problem using a system of 3 equations and 3 variables. In the problem posed at the beginning of the section, John invested his inheritance at $12,000 in 3 different funds. Part in a money market fund, paying 3% interest annually. Part in municipal bonds, paying 4% annually. And the rest in mutual funds, paying 7% annually. John invested $4,000 more in mutual funds than he invested in municipal bonds. The total interest earned in 1 year was $670. How much did he invest in each type of fund? Now, to solve this problem, we use all the information given and set up 3 equations. First, we need to assign a variable to each of the 3 investment amounts. We're going to let x equal the amount invested in money market funds. Y is going to equal the amount invested in municipal bonds. And z is going to equal the amount invested in mutual funds. Now, the first equation indicates that the sum of the 3 principal amounts is going to be $12,000. So the first equation is x plus y plus z equals 12,000. Now, we formed the second equation according to the information that John invested $4,000 more in mutual funds than he invested in municipal bonds. So that means that z is equal to y plus 4,000. Or we can rewrite it with the variables on the left side and the constants on the right side, which would be negative y plus z equals 4,000. Now, the third equation shows that the total amount of interest earned from each fund equals $670. We have 3% of x, which is actually 0.03x, plus 4% of y, which is 0.04y, plus 7% of z, which is 0.07z, which is equal to 670. Now, to make the calculation simpler, we can multiply the third equation by 100. So if we multiply every term by 100, we end up getting 3x plus 4y plus 7z, which is equal to 67,000. Then we're going to write the 3 equations as a system. So we have our first system, our second, and our third. Now, in step 1, what we can do is we can interchange equations 2 and 3 so that the equations with 3 variables will line up. So if we interchange them, now equation 2 represents equation 3, and equation 2 represents equation 3 here. Now, if we look at equations 1 and 2, we can look and decide which variables do we want to eliminate. So we can multiply equation 1 by negative 3 and then add it to equation 2, and then write the result as row 2. So we have x plus y plus z equals 12,000, and we're going to multiply each term by negative 3. So we get negative 3x minus 3y minus 3z, which is equal to negative 36,000. And we're going to keep equation number 2 the same. So now when we add those together, we can eliminate the variable x, and we end up with 4y minus 3y, which is y, 7z minus 3z, which is plus 4z, and 67,000 minus 36,000 is 31,000. So now we've created an equation 4. And so what we're going to do is we're going to now add equation 4 to equation 3 and then write the result as equation 5. So equation 3 is negative y plus z equals 4,000. And then we can see that equation 4 represents y plus 4z equals 31,000. So we can eliminate the y by adding them, and we get 4z plus 1z is 5z, and 31,000 plus 4,000 is 35,000. And if we divide both sides by 5, then we ultimately get what z equals, which is 7,000. Okay, so now we're going to back substitute that value in equation 1, and then what we're going to do is we're going to solve for x. So equation 1 is x plus y plus z equals 12,000. We know that y is 3,000. We know that z is 7,000. Add them together, we get x plus 10,000 equals 12,000. Subtract 10,000 to both sides, and we get x, which is equal to 2,000. So John invested $2,000 in a money market fund, $3,000 in municipal bonds, and $7,000 in mutual funds.